students, how are you? Hope you are safe at your home. Welcome back to Vidyanagar online science class. We are going to start our 10th chapter, motion and measurement of distance in our today's class. At the end of today's class, you will learn about some measurement techniques. Shall we move on to our today's class? Okay. Long ago, people did not have any means of transport. They used to move only on foot and carry the loads either on their back or using animals. Until the beginning of 19th century, people still depended on animal to transport them from one place to other. Later, technology developed, new inventions came, people developed different transport facilities. At present, we have varieties of transport facilities like car, bus, aeroplane, train, etc. At the beginning of our today's chapter, we are going to discuss about how to measure the length, breadth, etc. of an object. If I told you to measure the length and breadth of your science textbook, have you measured it? Definitely, you will measure the length and breadth of your science textbook using a scale. Am I right? Exactly. Now we can discuss about the measurement in detail. In ancient time, length of the foot, handspan, thread, mushti, cubit, etc. were commonly used as the unit of measurement. Before discussing this all, first you have to know what is a measurement or what is a unit. Measurement means comparison of an unknown quantity with a known quantity. Measurement means comparison of an unknown quantity with a known quantity. For example, handspan. What is this? This is handspan. If we measure the length of your science textbook using the handspan, this handspan is the known quantity. Known means what? That you know, the quantity which you know. And what is an unknown quantity? The quantity which you don't know. That quantity you have to measure. So, measurement is the comparison of a known quantity with an unknown quantity. Measurement is the comparison of an unknown quantity with a known quantity. Clear? So, here which is the known quantity? Handspan, that we know. We know that measurement. So, we are comparing an unknown quantity with a known quantity, that is known as measurement. Comparison of an unknown quantity with a known quantity, and the fixed known quantity is a unit. The fixed known, K-N-O-W-N, the fixed known quantity is a unit. So, here if you are taking handspan as the example, handspan is a unit because that is a known quantity, the quantity which we know. So, measurement is the comparison of an unknown quantity with a known quantity, and the non-fixed quantity is a unit. Measurement is the comparison of an unknown quantity with a known quantity, and the fixed known quantity is a unit. As you know, in ancient times, people were used different types of measurement techniques. One of such measurement technique is Gilli and Danda. You can see a picture on the screen. There, a boy is measuring the length of the table using Gilli and Danda. And you can also see another picture on the screen. There, a boy is measuring the length of the same table using a string or a thread. So these are different types of measurement techniques. So gilli and danda is a one type of measurement technique and thread is another type of measurement technique. A cubit. A cubit is as the length of elbow to the fingertip was used as a measurement technique in ancient Egypt. Which was the measurement technique used by the Egyptian people? Cubit. What is cubit? Cubit is the distance from elbow to fingertip. So this is elbow. So this distance is cubit. So what is cubit? Cubit is the distance from elbow to fingertip. Elbow to fingertip. So this distance is cubit. So which was the technique or measurement technique used by the Egyptian people? Cubit. What is cubit? Cubit is the distance from elbow to fingertip. Cubit is the distance from elbow to fingertip. Elbow to fingertip. People also used foot as the unit of length in different parts of the world. Not only foot, yard also used by people of different parts. Mushti, this is mushti. Then finger, also used as the measurement techniques in ancient times. So which are the techniques we discussed now? I told you gilli and danda. Then cubit. What is cubit? Cubit is the distance from elbow to fingertip. Then some part of the world people used foot, yards, finger, mushti, etc. So right now we discussed about the different measurement techniques like gilli danda, cubit, yard, foot, etc. If we use these measurement techniques to measure the length, breadth, etc. of the object, we get different values. For example, if we use foot to measure, the size of the foot of different persons are different, right? Different persons' foot size is different. So when we measure using the foot, we get different values. And another one, if we use the hand span, the size of the hand is different for different person, right? So if we use hand span to measure we get different values. So it is not practical to get different values for a same object. If there is only one object, all should get same value for that object. But if we use the measurements like foot, hand span, cubit, etc., each persons get different values because different persons' body parts are different. Their size are different. Like food, different persons' food size is different. Different persons' hand size is different. So when we use these to measure, we get different values. If you want to get a common value or if you want to get a same value, we have to use a same measurement technique to measure. So all should use a same technique. Like, we use scale to measure the length. Just like we have to use a common and convenient or, correct measurement technique to measure the objects. Then we get the correct measurements. In 1719, French developed such measurement technique named metric system. So in order to get a unique and correct value for all the people, in 1790, the French people, the scientists of the French developed a system known as metric system. In metric system, centimeter for the length and liter for the volume and gram for the mass, etc. So these units, these units can use for all the people. Wherever we go, we can use these systems. After the invention of metric system, for the sake of uniformity, scientists all over the world accepted a set of standard units of measurements. That set of standard units of measurements now known as International System of Units, SI units. So in International System of Unit of length is meter, which means SI unit of length is meter. SI unit of length, meter. If you want to measure the length of an object, you can use meter as its SI unit. 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. You can see on the screen 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. If you want to measure small length, you can use millimeter. You can use millimeter. 1 millimeter equal to 1 centimeter equal to 10 millimeter. If you want to measure the small distance, you can use millimeter. 1 centimeter equal to 10 millimeter. 1 centimeter equal to 10 millimeter. If you want to use a more distance, if you want to use a bigger length, meter is not the convenient unit. There you can use kilometer. There you can use kilometer. 1 kilometer equal to 1000 meter. 1 kilometer equal to 1000 meter. 1 km equal to 1000 meter. Just like the SI unit of mass, kilogram. The SI unit of velocity, meter per second. So this SI unit gives a correct idea about the measurements. Wherever we go, we can use this system of units. Let us conclude today's class. I hope you got it the point. Watch the video carefully. We will meet you soon with another video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead.